In the binder, the next section is going to have the expense summary and then the expense details pages. So we're going to start with the expense details pages so that we can know what to put on our summaries. So the first thing that we have is advertising expenses. And our advertising expenses are going to be, for example, the free wrap that we gave out at those parties. So we have on the 10th a hostess wrap, and for me with shipping it comes out to $15.50. And the other hostess wrap. Okay. Blitz cards and brochures. So we're going to make sure that we're writing down the date. Maybe you got a t-shirt. So I have some t-shirts and success magazines. And that's going to be $154.95. Alright, in expenses, you would put on here if you paid for any print advertising, banner ads on a website, or anything that you're doing for advertising, like giveaway items, samples, freebies, t-shirts, things you're doing to promote your business. So our next page here is vehicle expenses, and there are two different ways that you can do your vehicle expenses. The first one is to record all of your vehicle expenses, whether it is repairs, gas, oil changes, insurance, tags, depreciation, all of that stuff. Or you can take the mileage deduction, where you just record the miles you drive for business use. I personally choose to use my mileage log, and there's a tab for that. You just write the date, the starting mileage, the ending mileage, where you went, and the total miles driven. For me, it's much easier to do it that way, and I actually get more on my taxes if I do the mileage log as opposed to vehicle expenses. That's something that you'll have to figure out for yourself if you want to do vehicle expenses or a mileage log. Our next section here is commissions and fees. So commissions and fees is where we're going to put down all of our Paylution fees. If you use a merchant account like Square to run credit cards, any of those fees. So we're just going to put down some of those here. Alright, I have a Square charge. And then I have some more Paylution. And this is where it comes in very nice to be doing this every day, because then you're not going to have to be looking up all this stuff and tedious amount of work trying to fill it out. Um, Contract labor. Um, if you have people that come to your house, clients that come to your house, if you have to hire a contractor to hire some things around your house, you may be able to deduct that from your taxes, such as yard work, cleaning service, electrician, excuse me, things like that. I don't have any contract labor, so we're just going to skip that. Insurance. If you have special insurance for your business, then this is where you would put that cost. I don't have extra insurance for my business. Interest would be interest on loans or credit cards that are only for business expenses. So if you have a business credit card, you could deduct the interest on your business credit card here. I also don't have any of that. Legal and professional services. If you pay to get your taxes done, you can list that here. So in April, that would probably be an expense that we all do. We go get our taxes done, and you could deduct that cost off your taxes for the next year. So office expenses are something that you're going to have, definitely. These are going to be things that are just used in your office, like paper, ink, calendar, etc. So we're going to put down a couple of my office expenses here. Some totes for organization. Alright, then we have glue sticks and poster boards for dream boards. And we have a new calendar. And we have a headset for the computer so that I can do videos like these. Alright, so supplies. These supplies are going to be things that you use at your parties. So you're going to want to include the supplements you use at the parties, saran wrap, wraps, things like that. These, you cannot include anything that you are using for yourself. So if you get your auto ship and it is profit that you are using yourself, you cannot put that down. That is not a business expense. That's a personal expense. If you get a bottle of Fat Fighters and you are using it for both parties and personal use, you can only deduct the part that you are using for parties. You cannot claim the whole bottle because the whole bottle is not a business expense. So we're going to put down a couple things here. We have blender bottles. We have some wraps. We have some OJ for a party. We have some profit. And I do purchase items just for parties and wrap sessions, so I deduct the full cost of the item because it is never used for personal use. We have some Fat Fighter. Again, I'm deducting the full cost because I keep it in my party bag, and this bottle is not for personal use. Alright. So that is my supplies. Travel, meals, and entertainment. So here you can deduct the cost of any seminar or conferences, your meals while you're on a business trip, the cost to get to your conference or seminar, like your airline ticket or your car rental, any parking fees. If you are traveling locally, you can only deduct meals and entertainment that's for clients, customers, or employees if the expense is incurred while you're courting new business or discussing business. And the business activity should be helpful and appropriate, but it does not have to be indispensable. So that means that you can't just go out to eat, say 3 things about your business, and then you can write off your meal. It actually has to be a working meal. There has to be some expectation that you're going to get a business benefit from the meal or the entertainment activity. So, in March, I had some training, and it was at lunch, so we are going to, oops, wrong spot. And I went to a boot camp, and I bought food while I was there. So, our next spot is taxes. This is if you maybe pay taxes on a business property or business asset. I didn't, so I do not fill that out.